And welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here, my name is Holly. I am a food and fitness content creator, and today I'm bringing you a little sat down chatty video, which is really ironic because I feel like all I ever say on my YouTube channel is like, I don't really like videos where like people are sat down talking or like I'm sat down talking, but I feel like the majority of my videos are just me sat talking. So yeah, anyway. So the video I'm bringing you today is talking about eating out when you're currently in a weight loss or a dieting phase. And this is probably one of my most commonly asked questions, and I get it, guys. Like, honestly, when I first started dieting and my goal was weight loss, I was really confused around like eating out, like the best way to go about it, whether I could even eat out, whether I just have like a cheat meal or a cheat day. And we're just going to be covering that whole topic today and kind of giving you guys some answers, some different tips and tricks as well when eating out. I felt like it was best to just kind of have this on YouTube as like a short, sharp, snappy video. So it's just like a good point of reference that if you guys are going out on the weekend and like I said, you're in a dieting phase, you can just pop on, have a look through the tips and tricks, pick whichever one suits you best, and yeah, hopefully it will just help you. Because I think one of the common things that is out there is that when you're in a dieting phase or a weight loss phase, you have to be so strict. You can't have meals out, you can't have drinks on the weekends, and that's just not sustainable. Like, especially for me in my dieting phase, my friends were going out all the time, my boyfriend wanted to go out for meals. If I was missing all of those things, I would have been cutting off a massive portion of my social life, and it wouldn't have been enjoyable, and it probably would have ended up with me like throwing the diet out the window and going on all the nights out instead. But I've now found the perfect balance between the two, and I'm going to help you guys find the same thing. So obviously the first thing I just want to talk about quickly is that sometimes in life events come up and things come up where it is so much more important to enjoy those things. I say it all the time, but it's so much more important to make the memories rather than counting the macros. Memories over macros, people. Just remember that, because sometimes events will pop up. Say for example, a graduation, a wedding. Those things are once in a lifetime things, and they're just so much fun and they're supposed to be enjoyed. So on those occasions, I am gonna give you the advice of just not tracking at all. Honestly, throw MyFitnessPal out the windows for those days. They will never come back. Sometimes events and memories and doing things with your friends are more important than calculating your macros or working towards your fitness goals. And that is so okay. And I'm not saying this in a way that like every single Friday you're like, oh, my friends are going out, like I'm going to throw my fitness goals out the window, I'm going to throw my hard work for the week out the window. I don't mean it like that. I just mean that sometimes there are events that take precedent over your fitness goals. So for example, I had my graduation this week. I did not look at anything I was eating. I just enjoyed what I was eating. I enjoyed everything I was drinking, because being in that moment and enjoying those memories was so much more to me than my fitness goals, and that is so okay. So I just want to put this out there first, that if you are going to some events and things like that and you're just thinking, I don't want to track, I just want to sit there and enjoy the day and kind of forget about my fitness goals, that is so okay. And there's going to be events like that in life, and I just encourage you to enjoy them, and just remember, memories over macros. However, I do also understand that sometimes throughout our dieting or weight loss phases, events are going to pop up, and then going to be like dinners out with family, dinners out with friends, maybe dinners with work colleagues, and you want to go and still enjoy them. However, you do still want to be working towards your fitness goals. You want to still be ticking those boxes of like calories and macros and everything like that. So these tips are just going to help you navigate around those. One of the first methods of kind of navigating around meals out is that you can pre-plan the meal. So you can do this by knowing the restaurant ahead of time. And there's kind of two different ways within this. So the first way is to research the restaurant online, have a look on the menu and find their nutritional information. A lot of chain restaurants will have this. So like Nando's, Pizza Express, you'll be able to find all of the calories and macros available online. So what you're going to do then is find a meal that perfectly sits within your macros for the day and your calories, and just pre-plan it in ahead of time so you know exactly what you're eating and how perfectly it sits within your calorie totals for the day. So the second way within pre-planning is that you can roughly pre-plan it into MyFitnessPal by looking at the menu online. So if they don't have the nutritional information, a lot of restaurants will have a menu available online, on Instagram or anything like that, and you can kind of roughly track it by finding the product on MyFitnessPal. So if you just go on MyFitnessPal and type in like a steak, it will normally come up with a steak and have the weight. If you type in like grilled chicken breast, it will have things like that. It has a lot of kind of like generic stuff. Bear in mind, this is not going to be exact. It might be slightly off, it might be slightly under, but it's just the other way to do it if they don't have that nutritional information available online. Also, by pre-planning your meal in ahead of time, you take away that indecision. So I don't know about you guys, but the amount of times I've gone to restaurants with the intention of having a slightly healthier, lower calorie meal, and I've seen a burger and chips on the menu and been like, oh my God, that looks good. And then the waiters walk past with it and I've gone, yeah, getting that, because I'm just kind of drawn to it because I'm hungry. By pre-planning it, you're just going to take away that indecision and you're going to know what you're having ahead of time. So you're going to walk into that restaurant knowing what you're having, knowing that it fits within your calories and macros for the day, and that you're not going to be going off plan completely. So the second kind of method that you can use is to just eat mindfully. This is something I do a lot more now rather than actually going through the process of tracking anything. It's slightly easier if you have been tracking for a while and you're kind of like mentally a little bit more aware of like the amounts of calories in things and what fits within your daily total and what you're used to kind of eating within your day. So this just kind of involves going to the restaurant and just choosing your food option, like I said, a little bit more mindfully. So say I went out for dinner now, normally I'd kind of order something a bit meaty with maybe some carbs on the side and some veg, and normally those portions kind of fit within my daily calories. However, if I went to a restaurant and ordered a massive starter of like nachos and then a burger and then chips and then got a milkshake and a dessert, that's not me being very mindful, because I know that those things probably wouldn't fit within my daily calories and that probably is going to send me quite high over. So that is just what I mean by practicing the kind of like mindful eating when you're going out, just being conscious of what you're ordering, maybe going for lighter options. So obviously on that topic of lighter options, by that I mean you can choose lighter drinks. So if you are going out for alcoholic drinks, I say alcoholic drinks like I'm such a mum, like if you're going out for an alcoholic beverage, if you're going out for drinks with your friends, being mindful about kind of the alcohol intake that you're having, so choosing lower calorie drinks. So I normally go for Prosecco's or like vodka soda limes, vodka cranberries, vodka Diet Coke if you can stomach it. I definitely drank way too much of that in uni and can't go near it now. And it's staying away from higher calorie drinks. So cocktails normally have quite a lot of sugar in, they normally have quite a lot of hidden calories in. By the way, I don't mean cut them out at all. When I'm trying to be mindful, I normally just have like one or two rather than spending the whole night drinking them, and then I go on to like the vodka soda limes, but definitely do not cut them out, because if you're like me, I can't go through a night without having a Porto martini. And yeah, so staying away from beers and wines and just heavier calorie alcohols. If you just Google kind of like lower calorie alcohols, there is so much information out there on like the best drink choices to have. But yeah, the best ones that I found are Prosecco, vodka soda limes, vodka cranberries, like I said, vodka Diet Coke. It makes me wince a little bit thinking about it. And then for food options, if you are trying to be a bit more mindful, it's always better to go for grilled food rather than fried. Obviously fried is normally deep fried in a lot of oil, covered in batter and things like that, so it does tend to be higher in fat and higher in calories. But if you do go for like a grilled option, that is literally just grilled normally on the top of a pan, a grill or a pan, you know what I mean. It is normally just grilled on the top of a grill or a pan, or like a grilled fish option. Yeah, so choosing grilled rather than fried. Also, if you're ordering like salads and things like that, a good thing to do is ask for the dressing on the side. I kind of do this all the time now anyway. Salad dressings can have a lot of hidden calories in. Saying that, like one massive example of that is the Domino's dip. I used to take the Domino's dip and put it on salads at uni, because I loved the taste of it and thought I was eating salads and they were really healthy. However, the dip was so calorific, it was turning my healthy meal unhealthy. So that's just something to be aware of if you are ordering salads. It's always good to get the dressing on the side. The other thing you can do around being mindful is just do like a little healthier swap. So for example, if I was going out for a burger and it came with a burger and chips, what I would sometimes do is maybe swap the chips for a side salad. Obviously it depends like how far into your diet you are, how many calories you have, how many carbs you have, all of this kind of thing. So like I said, when you're being mindful, it's kind of about considering it for your goals and what's going to fit within your calories and your macros for that day. So if you can afford a burger and chips, absolutely by all means go for it. It will be delicious. But if you know that you can't, still have the burger, but just swap the chips out for a salad instead. And then the third way to navigate around meals and events out is that you can bank calories throughout the week. So this is not something that's spoken about loads, and not something I would advise if you are in a low deficit. However, if you can afford to take 100 calories off of every day and it's not going to leave you feeling hungry or tired or anything like that, what you can do is bank those calories throughout the week for that day. So think of your calories as a weekly total rather than a daily total. And what you're going to do is take 100 from every day leading up to Saturday. That is going to give you 500 extra calories on the Saturday to incorporate into a meal. Like I was saying earlier, if you can go out for a meal and have burger and chips in your calories, go for it. This is a way that is going to mean that you can go out for a meal and you've got the 500 extra calories to definitely enjoy that burger and chips rather than having to swap the chips for a salad. So like I said, I would not advise this if you are in a low deficit. I never practiced it until I was at least above 1,800 calories because I knew I wasn't going to be left feeling hungry in the days in the week leading up to the meal. I really hope that makes sense. It's something that was explained to me and I did find it quite confusing, the whole concept of it, but it's just, like I said, think of them as a weekly total rather than a daily total, and almost think of it as money. You're taking money out of your pocket money every single day just to save up to spend on your meal on the weekend. However, you're just taking calories from every single day, so you have more to allocate to your meal, meaning you can go out, enjoy a bigger meal than you normally would, and yeah, really enjoy it, get your burger and your chips. So those are just my main few tips that are going to help you hopefully navigate throughout meals out and events out, because like I said, I'm not about cutting anything out throughout my fitness journey. If I'm cutting things out, I'm not enjoying it, I don't want to do it. And if you guys are like me and your social life is a really big part of your life and you do want to go out for meals and you do want to go out for drinks, these are just a few ways that you can maybe try using, maybe try 1 or 2 different methods in order to still be going out, still enjoying your time with your friends, but also achieving your fitness goals. So that is just this week's video, guys. Quite a short, like sharp, snappy one, but I really hope it's useful because I know that it is a really common question. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have liked the video, please give it a like and a subscribe.